Hey guys, before we start this video, I want to give a small disclosure that I was misinformed in this video. I rechecked the auction sheet, and the auction sheet says Heisei Jusan. Heisei Jusan means that my Skyline is in fact a 2001, so it is a Koki. It's a very late model Skyline. I didn't know that. I read the auction sheet wrong, and I apologize for that. Everything I said in the video, it's going to be the exact opposite. It's the Zinkies that don't come with the bells and whistles of the Kokis. And I apologize for the misinformation. So, with that being said, enjoy the video. Okay guys, so I'm going to give you a small tour of the R34. Not really anything special, but I gave you guys a small tour of the Supra, and I'll just show you guys around this car as much as I can. And we're going to do a even bigger walk around once she's all done and on the road. But for now, I'll just show you guys the inside and kind of compare it to the A80 Supra. That's pretty crazy right there. Parking level 10,000. All right guys, so here we are in the cockpit, and what is this? Oh, can't show you guys that yet. We'll go over that when the build is over. We'll go over that. But anyways, auction sheet. So as you guys can see, this car is a grade 4, which means it is at the top, and it is in extremely good condition. Well, was when I first got it in 2018. That is the kilometers. There's so many kilometers on it. It's kind of high, but I mean, this car was very, very cheap when I first got it. So here's a couple of different things that came with the car. So I love these auction sheets. I wish I had one for the Supra still, but I don't anymore. I just kind of threw it away, but I'm definitely keeping this for sure. I don't know why my taillights are in here. I have no idea why they're off the back. I have to ask my mans about it when he comes in to work. So we'll go from there. But anyways, this is the basic layout of our R34 chassis. It's actually very, very identical to even the top end GTR models. So this one here is a Zinky. It has the two-tone wheel here, and you know, I would keep the steering wheel if it didn't have these plastic buttons. These are awful. You know, I don't like these at all. I wish I could just replace these here, but I don't know. These two-tone wheels are kind of hard to find, so I might be stuck with these. We'll see. Or I might just say forget it and go full sand and get a quick release. But I do like the OEM look inside the cabin. That's for sure. So Marcus at Roads and Travel, he was kind of teasing me about my car being automatic. But I mean, it is what it is. This car was cheap, you know, so it was just a throwaway car when I got it. So we're gonna go from there. I mean, this is just a blank slate. We're definitely replacing this though. I'm doing my research now because with this car being an automatic, I want to make sure that when I get the R34 Nismo cluster, it doesn't have GTR here, and the GTR, the temperature and the gas gauge are flipped. So the gas gauge is on this side, the temperature is on that side. That's one of the biggest ways you can tell apart the GTR one, besides for the big GTR logo and RPMs. But I want to make sure that the R34 GT one will work with this car. Of course, we're not going to run this ECU. It's going to be a link, but I want to make sure first, and you know, we're going to get rid of the evidence that this car was ever automatic. I never plan on selling this car, so we can cover up the evidence and it's all good from there. But anyways, so the cabin is nearly identical. As I was saying before, it's got the same cheap plastic on it all over the place. The Zinkies come with the dark vents here, and everything is very, very nice. You know, soft leather here. It's very nice inside this car. I can see why this car was a grade 4, because it is extraordinarily clean in here. I hate using the word clean to describe a car, but that's what it is. The seats are very, very, very nice in here. So the Sync models don't have the little pass-through with the headrest here. The back seats back there look like nobody has ever sat in them, and I have no idea what those are back there, but those are definitely coming out because they look ugly and very, very retro. Let's see. Yep, roof liner is clean, no cigarette burns. This is a non-smoker car, which was huge for me because most Japanese cars that you get from the auction are smoker cars. It is very hard to get a non-smoker car, and my Supra was a smoker car. The only reason I know is because that car doesn't smell like smoke, thankfully. But the only reason I know is because the ashtray had ash in it when I first got it. But if you can find a non-smoker car, kudos to you. So a lot of people like to compare the R34s and the Supras. And I can assure you from owning both of these chassis and multiple GTRs in the past that they are not comparable at all. They're two completely different cars built for two totally different reasons. Because everything in the Supra is aimed towards you, the driver. Everything is about you, which is awesome. And it gives you that F-16 type fighter jet experience. Whereas this car, it's very, very normal. It looks like a regular car on the inside. And that's one of my favorite things about the R34 is it's not flashy. It's very, very under the radar. I can drive around in this car all day long and be stealth within traffic. Nobody knows what this car is except for car people. If it doesn't have a wing on it and just a nice set of wheels, and nobody would ever know. It's not very sports car feeling. This car is based off an economy car, which is why everything looks so normal in here. As you guys can see, the interiors are almost identical. That's what I was talking about, the temperature and the gas gauge being reversed. We're not going to get too close into the car because this is somebody's car and we want to keep it respectful. So we don't want to touch anything or be close to nothing like that. But I just wanted to show you guys the similarities with the interior. And as you guys see up there, the multifunction display goes up there. Looks like the coloring is a little bit different as far as the vents and stuff, but yeah, but that's the gray inserts, dark gray. It looks so much nicer with the dark color than the other color. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the white, and the back seats look different as well. But yeah, it's just so much nicer with the dark inserts. But the interiors are nearly identical, even though the same cheap plastics and things like that. But yeah, so let's talk wheels for a moment. I actually got these off a buddy of mine. This car did not come on these wheels. He actually bought a R34 from the auction, and he didn't want to give them these wheels, so he gave me these wheels. He put them on my car in exchange for the OEM wheels. And I've been trying for the longest time to see if this car has coilovers on it already, but I just can't get under there and look. But while we're down here, we'll talk about Black Friday real quick. So, and I know it might seem overkill, but I actually ordered 6-piston calipers for this car in the front. You know, with the horsepower, we're going to want to be able to stop. But I ordered these 6-piston calipers because they were having a sale, and it was just a really good price. I couldn't pass up the rid of these weak brakes and put those on. And we also got the suspension arm set as well for this car, so when we drop it, we can adjust the camber and make sure everything's nice and flush. These wheels are not going to stay on here because oh, that was an R31. These wheels are not going to stay on here because we're getting rid of these fenders for sure. We're going to do, of course, the cliche starter pack Z-Tune fenders. But I'm just gonna love that look on people's face when I show up at 1J Fest in this thing. You know, they're like, a Skyline, why? You know? And we're also getting rid of these quarter panels because this car looks very, very skinny. As far as the back, we're still on the fence if we're gonna get that wing that we went to Shaft Auto Service for the other day. I don't know, we'll see. All it is, it's this wing that's raised up. You guys saw the picture in the previous video, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or the wingless look. A lot of people hate on R34s without the wing, but I think they look spectacular. That's just my opinion. We're definitely getting rid of this rear wiper. I hate rear wipers, and they're the most useless thing on a car ever, and I don't see why they're on there, but that's just my opinion. You know, I didn't notice until the last video when we talked about the reasonings as to why I didn't get a GTR and I got this car. I didn't realize this bumper is metal. This is not FRP. This is not fiberglass. This is metal. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't know, we might sell this or we might hang on to this bumper. I'm not exactly sure. One thing's for sure, I just hate how it looks, but it's Nismo, it's from the factory, it's metal, so we're gonna hang on to it for a couple of years. Maybe it might go up, who knows. So here's the RB25 Neo. A lot of people love the RB25, and I'm pretty sure people just tell me to go with a RB25, but I just, as I explained in the last video, I'm a Jay-Z sucker. I just love a Jay-Z. But this hood is the heaviest hood I've ever lifted in my life. This is ridiculously heavy. So when we switch over to the carbon hood, well, actually we may not do a carbon hood. We may do FRP, I'm not sure, but if we do switch over to a carbon hood, we're gonna save so much weight on this hood alone. And this bumper as well. It's so heavy, it's hard for me to convey to you guys how heavy it is. You can get so strong just bench pressing this hood. You have no idea how many people I see saying, oh my god, R34s are 150 grand, I can't get one now, it's my dream car and I want it and I can't afford it. Yes, you can. You may not be able to get the GTR, but you can get one of these still. It is not too late. If your dream car is an R34, get one. You know, like, there's ways around it. You can get this car, or you can find a EN R34 if you're lucky. You know, that car already has a Tesla. If that's your thing, go for it. Like, who cares if it's not authentic or not? Like, if it's your dream car, go for it. That's what I'm trying. Alright guys, well, that's the end of the tour on this car here. And I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this little short walk around and kind of listening to how we're going to go about doing the build on this car. Definitely want to finish that one before we start on this one, and you know, I've already started buying parts, and then once that one's resprayed and the coil packs are in, we're going to dive into this one full send. So with that being said, you guys follow your dreams. Don't let price stand in the way or anything like that, or find a way to get what you want in life. There's always a way. If you want a Supra, you know, there's SZRs out there, NA 6-speed cars, you know, there's NA automatics. You can always start with the cheaper model and just build it into your vision, into your dream car. It doesn't have to be authentic if you want it that badly. So on that note, you know, once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take care. Nice. A huge turbo on it.